Slide the undersleeve onto the arm up to the axilla. The thumb should show through the undersleeve's thumb hole. Ensure that there are no wrinkles in the undersleeve. For an easy application, use the inner bands to secure the component on the arm. Put them together loosely and slide the component onto the arm. The black side of the material should face the skin, and the component should extend from the wrist to the axilla. If the component is too long for the patient, it can be trimmed by 3 or 7 centimeters. Trim along one of the indicated cut lines on the black side of the material. Trim the corresponding hook tab as needed. Adjust the 2 inner bands to fit snugly on the patient's arm. The inner bands should not provide compression. If the inner band has an overlap of more than 2.5 to 3 centimeters, mark the inner band where you would like to trim. Cut off the excess material from the inner bands. Make sure not to cut the band with the hook tab. Then refasten the bands without tension. To fit the straps, pull each band across the arm starting with the wristband to the opposing side of the component and mark each strap where it overlaps about 2.5 to 3 centimeters. Repeat this process with every band going up the arm. Trim the bands on the marked position. Reattach the hook tabs to the bands and roll the bands onto themselves for an easier application. Designate the component for the right or left arm by marking it with a permanent marker in the appropriate location. To apply the arm component, slide it onto the arm using the inner bands. Make sure the top band is located in the axilla. The inner bands hold the components in place. To fasten the bands, start with the wristband. Unroll the band, pull it across the arm and attach it to the opposite side with firm and comfortable compression. Secure the band using the provided hook tabs. Be sure not to tuck the band under the component. The hook tab should never make contact with the skin or undersleeve. Repeat this process with the other bands going up the arm. The component should lay flat against the arm. Ensure that the bands are placed in an alternating order. Once all bands are secured, inspect the component for any gaps or creases. Adjust the bands as necessary. The band should be pulled to a firm but comfortable tension to provide therapeutic compression within the tolerance level of the patient. The tension measuring card can be used to identify and record the appropriate tension settings. It is not required to have all bands set to the same tension level. If more than one level of tension is appropriate for treatment, use the BTS card to identify and record the appropriate tension levels. To do so, line up the black triangle of the card with one of the BTS lines on the band. Note where the second BTS line lines up with the card's tension level. This will allow the patient to safely repeat the settings on his own. Record the tension setting for each band so the patient can easily repeat the process and ensure it is donned to the same or higher tension. Once the correct tension is set, using the BTS card, you may fold the top part of the undersleeve over the top edge of the component. To remove the component, detach all bands starting with the top band. Fold each band back onto itself to keep the hook tabs lint-free. Remove the component. Lastly, slide the undersleeve off the arm.